Okay, this is Nagoya Buzz, and I'm your host, Dan Speight. This hot podcast is sponsored by regional publication Nagmag. Nagmag is a free paper published in full-colour glossy print with monthly local information, interest articles, and information about local businesses and establishments for people involved with the foreign community in Nagoya. You can find Nagmag on Facebook by searching Nagoya Buzz. If you want to find our magazine page with over 2,000 members, search Nagoya Buzz on Facebook, get information about upcoming events, and get cool and strange information updates from the online world. And Nagoya Magazine also has its own standalone site at www.nagmag.jp. This podcast is also sponsored by Natural English School, located in Irinaka, with delivery lessons all around Nagoya also available. Awesome group lessons. I know this for a fact because I teach all of them. You can find Natural English School on Facebook by searching Natural English School. Surprise, surprise. And this podcast is also sponsored by the Sexy Parties, which are seasonal social events held in nightclub settings with the very best locally based DJs and exotic dance performances such as pole dancing, belly dancing, and hip-hop dance showcases. The next Sexy Party is Sunday, April 28th, right at the beginning of Golden Week, and it's at the wonderful Club Mago in Shinsakae. Look for the Sexy Parties on Facebook by searching The Sexy Parties, or go straight to the event page by searching The Pink Sexy on Facebook. Or if you don't do Facebook, you can go straight to our website at www.thesexy.jp. And next, we're going to bring you The Obvious Circus from Daniel Ostrander, with information about local gigs and events to excite and entertain you, and keep your mind off the inescapable fact that we're all going to die one day, probably in horrible abdominal pain, especially if you keep eating those cheesy poofs with your breakfast glass of soda drink in the glass you brought home from the pub. So, with no further ado, let's get into the juicy details of this week's Obvious Circus. Danny.
Project much, Daniel? Oh yes, I'm back. The Obvious Circus is back. For those of you first-time listeners, The Obvious Circus is a local music promotion company, and every week I'm going to bring you a list of there's a lot of stuff happening in Nagoya, but I'm going to bring you the list of what I think is the best. It's very subjective. If you don't agree, go to hell. All right, so this weekend is all shamrocks and penises. Shamrocks and penises. That's all that's going on this weekend. Let me elaborate a little bit on that. So this Friday is the famous Honen Matsuri in Komaki, or for the layman, the Penis Festival.
Oh, I just thought they called it the Dick Festival.
Yeah. No, that's something else.
Oh, okay.
Prom night. So a little bit of back information. There's a ton of these matsuris all over Japan. You know, it's an ancient fertility festival,
right?
And of course, the symbol of fertility in Japan is a gigantic wooden schlong,
right?
Which they will be parading through the small streets of Komaki this Friday.
Okay.
It gets started around 9. I think the parade will actually kick off later that day, maybe around 2. But get there early because it gets packed. Everybody is just lined up to touch the phallus.
I don't get that.
I don't get it either. I honestly don't. But like,
it's such a real one if that's your thing, right?
Does it get bigger when you touch it?
Huh? Does it what?
Does it get bigger?
If it got any bigger, it would
gets
take
bigger
over
every
the
year,
city.
right? Doesn't it get bigger every year? I heard that.
It gets bigger every stroke.
Wishful thinking, Carter. Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Is it mostly girls touching the penis?
No, it's everyone.
Everyone
wants to touch the giant wooden penis.
It's like not gay for the day, it's gay for the day.
Gay for the day.
It's not even a gay thing. It's just like it's a lucky fertility
I think you have to say no homo when you touch it. Right?
No homo. But you know, these festivals are famous for not just it's all the penises, because while you're there you can have penis pops, penis shaped hats. Everything's penis.
Bananas coated in pink.
Yeah, with little tips on them. It's insane. I don't get it, but it's hugely popular. And get there early. There will be a ton of people. Get more information at the website for Tagada Shrine, which is www.tagadajinja.com. They have all the information you need in Japanese. It should be a lot of fun if penises are your thing.
Right. They should sell some like Viagra at stalls there. They'd probably make a killing.
Yeah.
Care for your penis.
Okay, that's enough of that. Also happening on Friday, big news. There will be a grand opening for a brand new pub in Nagoya, which I'm always excited when a new pub opens up.
Yeah.
The Coat of Arms is opening up. It's halfway between Marunouchi and Fushimi Station.
Right.
It's going to be a great place. I know this because it's being managed by Jim N. of Shooters fame.
Yes.
Jim worked at Shooters for a number of years as their floor manager. A very likable guy, knows his beer, knows his food, knows his customers. I think he's going to do a really good job with this place, and I'm very excited to check out the Coat of Arms grand opening this Friday.
No smoking.
It's no smoking. Nice.
Inside, yeah, no smoking. They got a big outside deck.
That's the 16th, right?
Yep.
It's the 15th.
15th, yes.
15th.
This Friday is the big opening.
They open at 11:30, I think, and
in
it
the
goes
morning.
at 11:30. Well, I think they're opening for their regular hours, starting on
so
Friday.
they'll be open in the afternoon.
From what I've understood,
and it's going to be a beautiful
website.
day. This
So
is a great place.
They're going to be open for lunch then on a regular basis, right?
I mean,
Is that what
yeah,
it is?
their hours are from 11:30 until like midnight, and on the weekends they're open until 1.
That's great for like the spring and summer season because
It
you
is.
can go and sit outside and enjoy.
They have a big outside deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 stories. It's. I mean, from the photos I've seen, from the designs I've seen, it's going to be a really nice place.
Yeah, you can see we've gone from talking about big penises to talking about big decks.
Oh, I get it.
Better
Well,
and
that's
better.
really dangerous.
You're talking
with your
about
accent.
Big chimpo.
Well said, well said. But yeah, the grand opening is this weekend. Things will probably kick off around 6 because that's when I'm showing up. And
Okay. I think I'll make an early day on Friday if they open at 11:30. I'll be get there early.
it's gonna be packed. It's gonna be just packed, stupid. Especially
my spot.
considering what weekend it is.
Right.
You know,
the
it's
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's Day weekend.
And then we've got Brian Cullen coming in.
Yes, that's right. So before I get to Saturday, let's give you their website, coatofarms.jp. Check out all the information you need right there. A lot of cool events happening there this month.
All right.
Starting on Saturday the 16th, which of course is St. Patty's Day in Nagoya, a day of lots of cool events. Especially of course the biggest thing is the parade
Right.
in Osukanen. Kicks off around noon with live music. The parade starts at 12. It'll go all around the Osu shopping arcade. A lot of dancers. The Irish Setter Society will probably be there. Usually they have a marching band from one of the bigger cities coming in. A lot of fun. A lot of cool stuff. Face painting for the kids. Balloons. Always a blast. My wife and I always go. It's great.
It
Great
starts at the actual temple, also Canon Temple.
You know, it has 2 points that like gets really big there, and then over at the Lucky Cat, the Marine Nickel.
Right, straight down the mall from there.
Because they do street performances there.
Yeah.
It's a blast, and everyone has fun. Even people that don't expect it, like the locals, they come in and they get into the spirit.
Yeah.
It's well done. The parade will end up probably around 4 or 5, and then the party will disperse to a number of local joints that are supporting it. Of course, the biggest party is always at Shooters.
Right. Yeah.
Shooters just gets packed crazy.
Yeah,
with
that'll be
people.
a great party.
Oh yeah, and they've got awesome deals going on. 600 yen will get you a Guinness, a green beer, or an Irish car bomb. The only place in town that I know that serves Irish car
God,
bombs.
those things are destructive.
They are very dangerous. If you don't know what an Irish car bomb is, take a pint of whiskey, a shot of Irish whiskey. I'm sorry, take a pint of Guinness, a shot of Irish whiskey, float some, I think, Baileys on top of it, and depth charge it into your beer and chug. You got to chug it all in one go.
Okay.
You never heard of this?
I've heard of it, yeah, but I might have had one, but just probably forgot because it was so good.
Exactly. In the States, I think maybe it's reversed. It's a shot of Bailey's, and you float whiskey, high concentrated whiskey on the top, and ignite it, and drop that into the Guinness.
Classy.
Why it's called an Irish car bomb. You basically create a Molotov cocktail
Well,
and
you
drink
keep
it.
burning when you've done that. Too,
No,
but-
once you depth charge it, which means drop it into the beer, it extinguishes and then you chug it.
Okay.
So
Right.
it's either or.
Hey, why not wait until the late? Why not get completely fucked up in the beginning of the evening? And you can,
It will totally get you there. So here's my suggestion: go to the parade, head over to Shooters, get completely blathered, and then head down the street to Coat of Arms because that is where the best music is happening. Because Brian Cullen and friends will be performing at the Coat of Arms that night.
Okay.
There's also a big event at Elephant's Nest that night too.
Oh yeah, Elvis has always has a really good crowd. I mean, like, you
which
could
is
totally
right around the corner from the Hilton.
exactly. I mean, you don't drive. Just take the train to Osu and then walk from there to the to Shooters, Shooters to the Elephant's Nest to the Coat of Arms, and Sunday just sleep into oblivion. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be a really, really fun day. Totally check it out. You can get all the information for all the places at their website, which is stpatricksday.com. I'm sorry, stpatricksnagoya.com.
Right.
All right. Good stuff. Let's talk about some of the DJ stuff going on this weekend. Just a really quick rundown. Friday the 15th, there's going to be a really cool party at Plastic Factory called Roto Sound System, which is a 60s party. It's not like 60s rock. It's the cool stuff of the 60s, freak beat, northern soul, bossa nova, that kind of, kind of hip sort of music from back then. A lot of really good, the DJs really know their music. That's only $1,000 yen at the door and you get a free drink. Head down to Club Mago in Shinsekai where you can check out minimalist techno DJ Daniel Bell. He's really good for minimal. It's not my thing, but he's very talented at it. That's 3,500 yen. You're paying for an American DJ, so they always charge a bit more.
All right.
For people who don't know, what's minimal?
Well, minimal is just think about this. You go into a club and it's usually pretty pumping, dun 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 dun, right? Some vocals. Minimal kind of gets rid of the vocals, gets rid of the hard hitting bass. It's more subtle. I mean, you can really dance to it, but trust me on this, a couple of shots won't hurt.
Gotcha. Need something else to get your heart pumping.
You really, really do. But I've checked out the lineup of supporting DJs for Mr. Bell. It's going to be a good party.
Mago always has good.
Always does.
Yeah.
So it'll be good fun.
Yeah, they do.
Also in Sakai on that night, there's a party at Club JB's called Edition. This is cool because you got DJ Kira Satome, who's a really cool local house DJ. But they're also going to have they're having something called a candle artist. I don't know what that is, but I know JB's and a lot of other clubs around town.
A candle artist?
Yeah, I guess they're going to be doing like wax crafting. I don't get it. They'll also have a live
polishing
paint
the
show.
wax on the candle. What?
Well, you notice that there's a lot of clubs these days trying anything extra to get people to come in besides the DJs, and I kind of respect that. But it kind of makes me wonder: is the DJ industry, kind of on the decline again? But I don't know because there's a lot of cool stuff happening on Saturday. Go to Mago Saturday. When you're done drinking yourself into oblivion at the St. Patty's Day, around 10 o'clock, head to Shinsekai because they're going to have the Okinawa DJ duo Ryukyu Disco.
Right. We talked about them last week.
They are amazing. These guys they blend the Okinawan sounds with like breakbeat mixes. It's amazing.
So are those guys brothers?
I don't know, to be honest. I just know that they're amazing.
They dress alike.
They dress like brothers.
Yeah, they usually do like
Hair.
they're any well done DJ pair, Daft Punk and their ilk. They usually put a little bit more into it.
Right.
So these guys are great, and they also do live music with
Where
their
are
mixes.
they playing again?
They're playing at Club Mago.
They're Mago as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Mago's got
Saturday.
all the hot acts apparently.
On Saturday. It's their 10-year anniversary. It's 3,000 yen, but it's well worth it.
That's Mago's 10th year anniversary?
No, it's Ryukyu Disco's 10-year anniversary.
Yes. Sorry.
Cool. Also, celebrating an anniversary on Saturday at Cafe Domina in Sakai is the W Double crew. If you don't know, W Double is a local bass-heavy event. They do drum and bass, a little bit of dubstep, stuff like that. They are one of the best parties for that kind of music. Mm-hmm. Not only because of their awesome lineup of DJs, including Tahara, Smoker, Halcyon, the duo Zig 9.
Right.
Really good people who really know.
Zig 9, yes.
Yeah, really great just guys who have a very good bass ethic when it comes to DJing and mixing.
Right.
But also, they serve free burgers at the door.
Oh, they're
the burger party.
Right, the burger party.
Which, again, is an example of a club party doing something else to get people to come in.
Those burgers are good.
They're good. Good stuff. It's 3,000 at the door, but you get a burger, and you get a lot of cool music. More information at the website cafe-domina.com.
Okay.
On Sunday the 17th, Russian DJ Kiefer is playing at ID. He's been touring around Nagoya, Japan, and he's going to finish up his tour at ID on Sunday, which is kind of a neat little thing. It's early start, 7 o'clock, goes till 1 a.m. I don't know how much it is at the door, but I'm sure it's 3,000 yen for drink tickets, usually what ID charges. He'll probably be playing on the main floor. Also, every other floor will have something cool going on.
First floor, yeah.
He's a Russian DJ.
Russian DJ. He plays ID every time he comes into town. He's really good if you like house music.
You know this guy?
No. I'm not really a clubman, so maybe he's a famous guy.
Maybe he's famous. I don't either know.
More information at their website, idcafe.info. Just a bit of live music before I forget. On Wednesday the 20th, there's 2 cool shows happening. Julian Duiron is playing. I can't remember where she's from, but she's this gorgeously beautiful voiced singer-songwriter. She does really cool stuff. She's playing at Katie Japan in Sunamai at 6:30. It's 3,800 yen.
Gosh.
It's kind of expensive, but
for Katie Japan, that's especially.
It is expensive, but I know she's traveled either from America. I think she might be from America, but really good stuff. Beautiful, beautiful voice. However, if you want something a bit more affordable and a lot more rocking, head over to Taurus and Shinsekai. Really cool live club, and of course local band Duckface. Hate that name.
Yeah.
Love the band. Will be playing at Taurus at 7 o'clock. Now, if you don't know Duckface, they're a fairly new local alt rock band.
Oh, they're a local band.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I've heard the
Stevie
name.
P. Steve
Right.
Pottinger
Stevie
plays
P
in them.
is in
Adam
there.
Dimby's their drummer.
Okay.
And it's the brainchild of Adam and Stevie.
Okay.
And they did some really good stuff. They opened for Ghost of Matsubara at their CD release party.
All right.
That's right. That's where I saw them.
Yeah, they're great. They're really, really good at what they do, and those guys have between them over 20 years of history with music. So they're really good to check out. And this is only 1,500 yen at the door, and I believe you get a drink with that.
At Taurus. That's right there in Shinsekai.
Right there in Shinsekai.
Across the street from, the CBC building?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very easy to get to. Should be a lot of fun. And I got a correction from the Nag Mag that just hit the shelves. I had listed that this Thursday was the Wannabe Child event,
Right?
but it's actually next Thursday, the 21st.
Oh.
And I should know that because I'm DJing at Wannabe Child next Thursday. So don't go there tomorrow expecting Wannabe Child. Go there on the 21st. That's going to be a lot of fun, but I'll give you more information on that next week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a good. It's going to be a crazy
lot of
weekend.
stuff,
It
man.
is. I'm sorry, I meant to keep it short, but there's just too much goodness.
There is. There's a lot going on in Nagoya.
I'm actually going out this weekend.
Right.
I'm going to be at the Coat of Arms.
I'll be at the Coat of Arms.
Yeah.
You can see me there. My wife's actually going to go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to drag my wife and some of her coworkers along. It's going to be good fun. I'm celebrating my new job.
Oh, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm real excited.
I'm celebrating Friday.
Friday. But anyway, lots of really cool stuff happening this weekend. So
Cool.
get out there and enjoy it.
Thanks, Daniel
No problem,
Ostrander of the Avia Circus.
All right. Awesome.
Very
Thanks
good.
that's
Well
great.
done.
Yeah. I had a look for that lady that you're talking about, Julie Duaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looks like she's from Canada.
Canada!
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
From not knowing it anywhere to knowing she's from Canada. Close.
I said America. I mean, yeah. Sorry about that, Miss Duiron.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's like mistaking Australians and New Zealanders, right? You really can't tell much of a difference. What's the difference between an American and a Canadian?
The Americans have a more sense of entitlement.
Right. Okay. That's honest.
Yeah.
Right. And
Healthcare for everyone versus guns for everyone.
Right.
But the Americans don't fight so much after hockey games, hockey games. Do
No,
No.
we mainly do it just randomly.
We riot when our teams win.
Yeah.
Do they do that in Canada? Because when our
they? Yeah,
teams
they do
win,
that. They do that too. Yeah. They do.
okay.
They do it whether they win or lose. Was what I noticed. So anyway, thank you very much, Daniel, and let's now get into our guest. So just a bit of background about this side of the podcast. In 2013, the podcast will be featuring a weekly guest. I thought it would be interesting and fun to hear from a range of different people who are doing cool things in Nagoya. So I'll be inviting both foreigners and Japanese people alike to talk about their businesses and respective fields of interest, and hopefully create more awareness and interconnection within the international community about what's going on here, share some inspiration, and drop some bombs of love in the process. So, today's guest is Evgeny. I tried to pronounce your last name. It's Tryastsin.
No,
Is that correct?
It's even for Russians. It's
Yeah.
difficult to pronounce my surname.
Okay.
So it's actually the true pronunciation is Tryastsin.
Tryastsin.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
All right. Vladivostok.
Vladivostok. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just don't mind. Just call me whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you went wrong.
Because when I met you, I looked at how you spelled your name and I thought, oh, it's similar to Eugene.
Yeah,
it's like
I
the
think,
Russian version of Eugene, right?
Yeah,
Evgeny.
the roots probably Greece or Rome. I think this name is present in all European countries.
Oh, really?
Evgeny is part of Eugene.
I think in France it's Jean.
All right.
Yeah, because if you look how it's spelled, like the V looks like kind of like a U, right?
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Anyway, Evgeny.
Oh, wait, you forgot. We have another special guest today.
Oh,
The construction across the
oh
street.
yes. That's right. They'll be killing cats on a regular basis. So if you hear loud screaming sounds, don't worry.
There's a guy standing out there with a drill, just holding in the air on.
Yeah.
Just making sound for no real reason.
Yes. Okay. So and of course we're also joined by Carter Witt, who is
I'll be leaving shortly.
the man behind Nagoya Buzz. Right. So anyway, Evgeny runs a website which sells, as he told me the other day, mushroom supplements and some other supplements. online.
Yeah, mostly it's about supplements. It's Japanese supplements for foreigners.
Right, and
Mushroom supplements.
Yes.
health supplements. Right?
All of a sudden, you have Carter's full attention.
I'm interested.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they have penis supplements, but mushroom. Yeah, like the website's called Zenmony.com.
Yes, don't
Right.
confuse it with money.
Yes, I noticed that. There's another site called Zenmoney.com,
Oh, right.
and they're a mob of bastards. Well, they must be, because they're not the same as Evgeny's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so his is
Zen and money don't go well together anyway.
Zenmony. By the way, that was humour. Please don't sue me. So Zen MONY.com is Zenmony.com.
What's the origin of the name?
Well, the origin is about Zen Buddhism
Oh, right.
combined with harmony.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
I think it makes little sense, but anyway, I had to choose. I had to find a short name with .com. And, it's a problem these days to find a short name with .com.
Actually, yeah.
All names are already used. So, but I think this name goes somewhat tells for the idea for this site. Yes.
So Zenmony, like
Yes,
harmony
it's about
with Zen.
harmony. Yes, the concept of this site, the design of this site, is about the idea to convey the harmony to people.
Right.
So,
Harmony through mushrooms.
well, it's yes, you can say that the main product is mushroom and seaweed extracts.
Ah.
Both of these products they work through the polysaccharides, and these polysaccharides. this has been a huge discovery in microbiology these years.
In recent years, yeah.
Yes, recent years.
In microbiology.
Microbiology, yes.
Polysaccharide. It's a type of sugar, is it?
Yes. It's just small molecules of sugar combined in long chains. And so before, people used to think that polysaccharides, their only function is to store the energy, and in fact, the scientists found out that its function is also to convey information from
Genetic information?
no, it just conveys information from one cell to another, and this way the the immune system is getting aware of your whole system. So if there is a problem in your body, your immune system becomes more aware of it.
So it's like interconnecting your immune system by having enough of the polysaccharide fuels in your system, something like that.
Well, yeah, I'm not a scientist, but this stuff is really working. And I'm not saying my customers that you will get cured by it, but you can just supplement yourself with it.
What's the main benefit of the supplement? It boosts your immune system?
Yes, these ones they stimulate your immune system. So, they also stimulate your
dick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now you got our attention.
Now you have my full attention.
Wait, this turned interesting all of a sudden.
Oh, I see. So when I said it wasn't penis supplements, that might have been wrong. Yeah.
I don't think it's just men you're talking about, though, right? You're
it's
like-
for everybody. Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Vigor, health. Yeah.
improves libido for everybody.
Right.
And there is also section for penises also. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
now you got Dan's complete attention.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
Now, all your supplements are mushroom based?
No, there are different supplements, all kinds. So, whichever you like.
You're buying these in Japan.
Yes, I'm trying to discover some interesting supplements because the Japanese market is so
Full.
diverse and full.
Yeah.
And for example, if you work in Russia, the problem is to find products. In Japan, the problem is to screen products, to screen the best product.
Right. So, yeah, Evgeny's website, as far as I understand, you cater not to people in Japan, but to people in Russia and other countries. So you don't actually sell domestically.
As originally, the idea was to face the foreigners. And well, my view was that if you sell to foreigners, well, there was little competition in this field, so you could raise the price, so have a good margin. But in fact, I'm coming to this point that there is competition for even for the foreigners. So now I have to low down the prices, and so now I'm thinking about turning back to the domestic market.
Okay.
And you know,
Right.
yeah, and you know, Google, Google really likes the multilingual sites. So now that I have some ground in some languages, now that I turn back to Japan, maybe I will have some good rankings in Japan.
Because presently your website has what, English, Russian, what other languages were on there?
Also Arabic and French.
Arabic and French, right?
But
there's
recently I added
Are
Arabic.
these languages you personally speak some of these languages?
No.
Honestly.
No, just my friends helped me translating into
So, yeah.
Arabic, into French.
But you don't have a Japanese language flag to click on your site at the moment, right?
Yeah, soon you will.
Okay.
you will
Okay,
see.
great. Yeah. Do you think like obviously there's a wide variety of these supplements that exist in Japan, but do you think maybe the Japanese population don't really know much about what's available to them?
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, well, as I said, there is a huge variety of these supplements. Well, but my idea is not to sell more supplements. It's just to sell right supplements to right people. Only I think you should buy the supplement only in the case you need it. And mostly, recently I'm coming to this idea that, well, nowadays people are using too much supplements. No, everybody wants to run faster. Everybody wants a boost up, do more job. But this is maybe this is not the best for you. No.
Better to use supplements sparingly, like not every day.
Yeah.
But occasionally.
Well, you could find a perfect supplement for you. Just don't indulge into supplements. Well, you think, well, I can enhance my life with this. Well, maybe I should buy this, and you'll become addicted to it. No?
So this is the balance you're talking about, the harmony and the Zen. That's the part of your site that you're trying to promote, right?
Yes.
When you say addicted, do you mean physically addicted, or do you just mean like emotionally addicted? Like, oh, I need to take it every day, or I won't have any energy, I won't have any libido for my penis.
Yes. This is, you know.
Put a frowny face downstairs. Oh.
Yeah, because I've tried lots of different health products over my time, and I noticed that whenever you try something new, a new supplement or a new health superfood or whatever, you really notice the effect at first, but then after a while you don't notice it anymore. And I heard one opinion which was like, it's good to cycle off whatever you use on a regular basis, cycle on and cycle off, and let your body take a rest from it, so that you can get the benefits when you use it, rather than just getting used to it. Do you think that happens with mushroom supplements too?
Yeah, sure. Because if you overstimulate your immune system, well, you should give it a rest.
Right.
You know? Well, if there is a problem, you should cure. Well, then this is the time when you have to consult a doctor to get
Treatment.
a real treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you want just to improve your lifestyle, well, maybe you shouldn't go too far. Yes, you should give your body a rest.
Right. So, what's your favorite supplement right now?
Me, yoga.
Yoga.
Are you selling yoga on your site?
I'm not, but I'm thinking about writing some articles about
interesting.
yoga. Yes, I think, well, if you can control your mind, well, you can produce all substances you need from within. So ideally, I think we should all come to this point when we don't need supplements.
Right.
There's a counterintuitive marketing strategy for your website.
Yeah, but like I think you can use different foods or supplements or medicines when you're in need, of immediate help, but as a long-term goal, you can work towards not needing anything on an ongoing basis. I think that makes sense. Yeah, and I like that idea about how you can make anything you need by yourself. I relate to that because with thinking about mental health and happiness, right? And I've got this growing feeling that you create all the dopamine and serotonin in your brain, right? And for example, if you're depressed, then you have a lack of those things. And I reckon the daily mental habits of how you react to things, and whether you react positively or negatively, you look at the bright side or the dark side. I think those little thought processes release or don't release things like dopamine and serotonin in the brain. So you can basically fill yourself up with happy drugs in your brain by your thought habits.
Right.
And for example, yoga, I don't really know a whole lot about it, but that's like training the body and the mind at the same time, right?
Well, I'm not a yoga guru, but I've been practicing some yoga stuff, and yoga is really, really a huge topic, and mostly it's misunderstood everywhere. So mostly people just simplify it and see it as a set of physical exercises or breathing exercises, but it's just some exercises taken out of context. So in order to get a real effect, you need to understand the core basic concepts of yoga. Yes. Yoga,
what is the basic concept?
Well, yoga takes different approaches, but the basic concept is that you are infinity. Well, there is everything in you, and we are all just one being.
Right.
Yes.
Like a mushroom colony.
Yes, more than that.
That's really, really, you're simplifying it, Dan, again.
Yeah.
Here you go, taking yoga down a notch. Now, I get that idea. You mean, you're part of the infinite universe, and yoga helps you to realize that? Is that what you're saying? Or it helps your brain, helps you to think along the terms, I can't.
Well, when you practice yoga for some time, you come to realization to realize some things that you cannot really express. Well, in yoga, people believe that there is such thing as super logic. Well, what could be logical for us from the viewpoint of God, who has got the whole picture? Well, he's got the whole picture. So for us it could be illogical, but from the higher standpoint, it's logical.
Right.
Yes. So when you... Well, I'm not saying I'm getting lots of these insights, but just some glimpses. And then when you get this glimpse, well...
It creates in your brain endorphins, or it helps to stimulate your immune system. It helps to...
Well, yes. When you have the correct concepts in your brain, when you do some practices, well, every single cell of your body just expresses happiness. So it just comes from within.
Right.
So you doing yoga on a daily basis now?
No, now I'm too busy with my projects.
Right. How often would you practice?
But I'm trying to reach this point. Well, the true yoga adepts, they are practicing yoga everywhere, every moment.
Right.
So I'm dreaming about reaching this point when I practice yoga while speaking with you or taking a piece.
Right.
Yes.
So you're really talking about like living yoga in a daily kind of environment, not just say I'm going to get my yoga mat out or whatever.
Right.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. I used to practice kung fu, and I heard a similar story about a great teacher in China who he was a farmer, but he was also a kung fu master, and he'd worked out how to integrate the kung fu moves into his farming work. So he was in the field with his plow or his shovel every day, and he was everything he did was kung fu.
Right.
So he was practicing all day long. So
Is that like the Karate Kids?
I
Wax
was about
on,
to
wax
say.
off.
It sounds more like Lego Samurai to me.
Well, it is really. Yeah, it's similar, right? You're doing the karate moves when you're polishing the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, the yoga mind, for example, which is what's about serenity and letting everything come to you, something like that. So you try to apply that to everything you do.
It's like that whole in the Bible, beat your swords into plowshares type thing. Take your knowledge from the war and apply it to your everyday life.
Right.
After you've killed all the people that
Sinners.
don't believe in God.
Exactly.
At the threat of your God sending you to hell for everything you don't believe in Him. Yeah. Go God.
Well, that's not exactly how Jesus put it, but it's been thwarted.
Right. What's the most popular supplement in your catalog right now, Evgeny?
Well, it's called Fukoidan.
Fukoidan. Okay. Is that? I'm looking at 6 on here. Is that one there, or is
No.
Oh, they're on the top. Fukoidan.
Yes.
Okay. It's on. I'm looking on your website right now, zenmony.com. So what's the story about that supplement?
Well, as I was speaking about the polysaccharides, I think this is the most known of them. And this is also a name not for a substance, but for a group of substances.
Okay.
So there are many types of fukoidan, and every algae, every seaweed combines a unique fukoidan. So, but all of them have something in common. So, as I said, they help boost up your immune system.
Okay. The polysaccharides that you talk about, are they similar to ATP, which is it's adenosine triphosphate, the chemical compound which is the molecular unit of currency for the body cells?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not,
Okay, they're probably different, right? But yeah, ATP's something I've heard about before as being something that's released or provided through mushroom supplements.
I'm not sure I can answer this one.
Okay.
But yeah, I know that fukoidan kind of sticks to cells, and for example, there are such cells as immunocytes that travel through your body and kind of guard you against the ill cells.
Yes. Like germs and bacteria and viruses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and whenever they meet these cells,
Is the molecular unit of currency for the body cells.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not,
Okay, they're probably different, right? But yeah, ATP's something I've heard about before as being something that's released or provided through mushroom supplements.
I'm not sure I can answer this one.
Okay.
But yeah, I know that fukoidan kind of sticks to cells, and for example, there are such cells as immunocytes that travel through your body and kind of guard you against the ill cells.
Yes. Like germs and bacteria and viruses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and they whenever they meet their cells, if fukoidan is attached to these cells, well, fukoidan helps to remember the configuration of these ill cells or otherwise dangerous cells.
Right.
Yes. So.
So it helps your body to recognize alien substances and to attack them and subdue them.
Or the foreign unneeded
Right.
substances.
Okay, interesting. Okay. And also you also have turmeric on here.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, greatly, vastly famous in Japan. But
yeah, in Japan it's called
ukon.
ukon. That's right. So it's popular. People drink it before they go to St. Patrick's pub day, right? Yeah.
And after.
And after, right?
So it helps you with hangovers?
Well, Japanese believe that it helps, but actually in the recent studies it was proven that it doesn't. And actually it can
He just said that
addiction.
you shouldn't probably not have it after drinking, right? So.
Well, from the miles and miles in Sakai of expunged ramen and curry on the ground, I guess that's probably true.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, you might have something there. I hear it's popular in England after you've been out drinking to go for a curry and then have a fight. Yeah.
In that order?
Yeah, curry and a fight. Yeah, that's what my English friend told me.
You brought up a neat thing when we were talking about that last supplement about how the Japanese believe it does.
Called
ukon.
ukon. That's right. So it's popular. People drink it before they go to St. Patrick's pub day, right? Yeah.
And after.
And after, right?
So it helps you with hangovers?
Well, Japanese believe that it helps, but actually in the recent studies it was proven that it doesn't. And actually it can hurt some of your organs.
Wow.
If you drink it with alcohol, or
if you use it right after drinking.
after
alcohol.
drinking. Oh, really?
So
what's your recommendation for the use of turmeric, or ukon as they call it in Japan?
well, just follow the recommendations, the official recommendations.
Which
And,
is what, for cooking? Is it for drinking?
It is well, of course, it's used in curry. You know, it's one of the components in curry.
Yeah.
Is that why I crave curry after I'm like really bombed out of my mind? I'm like, I gotta get some curry or ramen.
I don't know. Well, he
Maybe
just said that
addiction,
you shouldn't probably not have it after drinking, right? So.
Well, from the miles and miles in Sakai of expunged ramen and curry on the ground, I guess that's probably true.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, you might have something there. I hear it's popular in England after you've been out drinking to go for a curry and then have a fight. Yeah.
In that order?
Yeah, curry and a fight. Yeah, that's what my English friend told me.
You brought up a neat thing when we were talking about that last supplement about how the Japanese believe it does, and I'm not a big supplement guy. I take my wife makes me take daily vitamins, but I only can take them in the gummy bear form because I cannot stand taking
capsules.
pills.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I chew my gummies every night because my wife makes me.
Huh.
But I think there's something to be said about these type of supplements and the placebo effect. You know, like you think it works, so it does.
Right.
That whole idea that we already have all this stuff in our body, so we take something, so we think we have it, so our body produces it.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the placebo effect in that regards?
Well, I'm not only believing in it; it actually happens.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, I had a phone call from the client who said she just took 2 capsules of fukoidan and she's feeling fine. She's feeling so light. And
She's like, it works. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right?
yes, well, I don't know where the truth. Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. Well, there is some effect of these supplements, and plus maybe it's enhanced by placebo effect. And just as I was speaking a moment ago, well, you actually can control all the state of your body with your mind. So if you can really believe in something, this will happen.
Yeah.
So if you believe, you will cure. If you can believe 100%, no doubt, you will cure.
Yeah, I used to take St. John's wort for depression back, when I was depressed.
Yeah.
And it worked for me. I was like, oh, this is really working. And then a doctor I knew came along and said, that doesn't really make you happy. and it stopped working for me. And I went back to self-medicating myself with beer. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, that's interesting. It's I think it's really true that the placebo effect is there. And I heard recently that in clinical medical trials, they've found over the last 20 or 30 years that the placebo effect is actually increasing, and they don't know why, but the placebo effect in some studies was found to be so great that it nullified the results of the test on the medicine.
Yeah, of course it would, because you have a control group that takes a placebo.
Yeah.
And because you tell the control group this pill's supposed to do this and it does it for them, then it would mess up their results.
Yeah, it does, but it's actually it's stronger than it was 10 or 20 years ago. Like, yeah, it's like people's minds or brains are making their bodies feel better more than they used to.
I find it hard to believe that the human race is evolving that way.
Maybe it's radio waves or something. Maybe it's stimulating our unused parts of our brains.
Maybe it's Facebook. I don't know.
A friend of mine in the States is a big fan of the Japanese supplement Benikoji. It's red yeast, right? Red rice yeast.
Okay.
And it's a proven natural supplement to help lower blood pressure. And it's really hard to get in the States because he says that the American medical community is trying to keep it down because it's really cheap compared to the blood pressure medicine you can buy in the States. And you know, in America, God, it's like a bottle of pills will cost you a couple $100, but you can buy a bottle of Benikoji in Japan for under $10. So I would actually bring him back Benikoji on when I ever visit.
Benikoji. Beni means red, right?
Yeah, it's red. It's red rice yeast.
And koji, there was some of my housewife students were telling me about. I think it's called kome koji, which has been popular on TV recently as being a very healthy food that you can mix up and ferment in your home, keep it in your fridge, add it to your food, and it's supposed to be really good for you.
And you get alcohol because you ferment it. So yeah.
Okay, there you
Double
go.
benefit.
You can throw that St. John's wort away. Yeah. Oh, koji. Where do you buy that? Is that at a supermarket?
Now, the only place I was able to find, because my Japanese is very limited, I would just go to the DHC. If you know, the DHC is a supplement market. It's mass market. And honestly, I don't recommend DHC.
It's a drugstore, right?
Well, no, it's a supplement. They have one in the Skyle building in Sakai. It's right there on the ground floor. They sell supplements and beauty products.
Okay.
I don't recommend them for the supplements because I've heard that it's not as potent as you would get at one of these tiny little places. In the strip malls and whatnot. But I was going to ask you on your website, like he's always looking for new supplements that help him with his low blood pressure. Well, his high blood pressure. Do you have anything on your site that would help with blood pressure?
Yes, currently I'm thinking about adding new products, and actually there is a couple of products that could be beneficial. I'm not saying that you should completely rely on these products, but they could be.
Yeah.
And one of these products contains this Benikoji, red rice, and I think it's combined with a extract from the natto, the fermented beans.
Natto's really good for but he hates that stuff, as does any sane person.
It's just a pill form.
Oh, good.
So
good.
just you don't taste it.
Right. Oh, interesting. That reminds me. One of my friends was asking me if I had any advice on pollen allergy remedies, because now is the season for pollen allergies, and lots of people are suffering with sore throats and eyes and noses and whatever else. Penises, maybe.
It's spring. That's the opposite problem.
So, do you have any recommendations for that?
Yes, there is a group of products on my site destined for these allergies, and there is one product that has been hugely popular in Japan and outside of Japan. It's these filters that you put right in your nostrils, inside.
Nostril filter.
Yeah. So, well, mostly if you put a mask on your mouth, then there is some air will get in anyway.
Yeah, which is important. Otherwise, you'll die.
But some of the pollen will still get in.
But not so much. Right.
But with the filters, it keeps out more.
Well, so it's kind of more effective. It must be. But my recommendation, eventually, is just try to detoxicate your body. Try to do maybe yoga or some other exercises try to overthink your diet. Well, you could improve it by using maybe some filters.
Right.
Evgeny, I like your philosophy. You know, like the best doctors I've always felt are the ones that will subscribe you some medicine, but they will also tell you change your diet, change how you exercise, or just exercise at all.
Yeah.
That's the best doctor.
Be conscious of your health in general, right?
And here we have a guy that has his own business. He's selling supplements, but you're also saying, but yoga is also great.
Yeah.
But good exercise, good diet. I like your philosophy. That you're the kind of person that I would buy supplements for, and I hate supplements
Unless they're gummy bears.
unless they're in gummy form. Do you have any gummy supplements?
They have a jelly vitamins, you know.
See, I could get on board that.
Right.
I'm like a kid. Do you guys have Flintstone chewables in your home countries? It's like a candy vitamin for kids.
No.
Yeah, it's like
I've heard about that.
Yeah. Americans love them because they're like candy, like cherry flavored, and you can just eat them, and they're vitamins. But it's such a low. It's for kids.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm still a kid at heart when it comes to those things.
Right.
So
It's very important to stay to keep this heart of a kid.
like his philosophy more and more.
Yeah. So what's the jelly one that you sell? Is it made from seaweed jelly or animal jelly?
No. Well, the Japanese manufacturer says that it's made of plant extracts.
Okay.
So no scientific, all these vitamins are natural.
Oh, that's good.
So the dosage is very, very, very small, but it's very efficient, as they say.
Oh, what is this supplement? Is it a vitamins or?
It's multivitamins.
It's a multivitamin. See, I'm on board with that. Is it sweet? Does it taste good?
It tastes wonderful.
See, look at that. Because those gummy bear vitamins are exports or imports, and they are very expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bottle like a normal sized bottle is like $20, 2,000 yen. So yeah,
So maybe you should try it.
I think I will.
Right.
And that's Zenmony.com.
Zenmony.com.
Yeah. Well, I guess now your site is not really set up for people in Japan to shop from you, but it will be soon, right?
Yes. Well, in fact, you can buy in Japan, but the transportation fees are calculated for the outside of Japan.
I see.
So
it's going to be a little bit expensive.
But in fact, some light products, the shipping cost is not so expensive. It's for example, if it's a 100-gram product, the shipping would be somewhere about 500 yen. Well,
reasonable.
But, well, if you really need this vitamins, I can ship this.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind because we're running low on our gummy bears, so I may be hitting up your site very soon.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
waiting for you.
And what's the? Oops, that was just my chair going creak. How long have you been running your site for, and what was the motivation for you to start this business in the first place?
I think my basic motivation was that many Japanese small brands are not represented outside of Japan to the extent they should be. So there are many wonderful products in Japan. You just see and you wonder how people outside of Japan don't know about this product. So I felt like looking for some small brands, small but high quality brands, and making a presentation for the foreign customers. So making a story about these products. But I'm still on my way about it. So I have thousands of products I would like to sell, but I'm limited with my time. So I have to prioritize, and choose.
Okay. So what's it? How long has it been? Like 1 or 2 years since you've had this up?
No. Actually, I started the site. I opened it for indexation in I think September
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay, it's really quite new.
It's
And
very
this
new.
is this your full-time gig? Are you also still studying?
No, this is my full-time
Yeah.
occupation.
So you'll continue to grow it bigger, yeah?
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I really appreciate you coming to talk because, like, I know you weren't really aiming for the Japanese market so much, but you're just willing to share your information, and I think it's really an interesting topic. And also, I wondered what you would say about the food mushrooms which are available in Japan as part of a healthy diet. Like I like the Japanese mushrooms, and you know the enoki mushrooms, the maitake, the shiitake, the elingi has been a popular one recently, and then there's the expensive what's the expensive one that smells really nice but doesn't taste very good?
I only know shiitake.
Yeah,
Those are expensive in the States, but they're
Shiitake.
fairly affordable here.
right. There's
Maitake, no?
not maitake. There's maitake is a cheaper one. There's one that comes out like every year in a certain season, and it's very aromatic, and it's used. They put it in a soup, and it smells really nice, but it doesn't have a really strong taste.
Something like
Huh.
shinaji or
No, that wasn't it. It also grows in America, apparently, but yeah, unless you're allergic to mushrooms, like I've got a friend who can't eat them.
Oh, that's
At all.
terrible. I love mushrooms.
Yeah, they're so good. But which mushrooms do you think are good to have in your diet in general?
Well, I've been doing some research on these mushrooms, and well, these polysaccharide researchers say that ideally you should combine as many different polysaccharides as possible. So if you enrich your diet with different kind of mushrooms, this is ideal. And if you take them on a constant basis, well, this is ideal. You don't need any supplements.
Right.
Just the idea of the supplements is that in natural form, these polysaccharides are difficult to be absorbed by our bodies.
Right.
So if you want a fast, stronger effect, then maybe you could go with some supplements. But if you take these mushrooms on a daily basis, on a continuous basis,
Right.
this is the best. I think
Okay.
if long time, it's best.
Yeah, in the long term, I see. Yeah, Danny just found the mushroom we were looking for.
The matsutake.
Matsutake was the one, right?
Yeah,
Which,
they grow under pine trees, and they're very expensive, and
Right.
only available in the autumn.
right, in the autumn, that
Yeah.
was it. But and each different mushroom would have a different kind of polysaccharide. So if you're getting a variety of different mushrooms in your diet, then you're doing pretty well, right?
This is the best.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Another mushroom that I've heard about. I don't know if you know about it. It's sold by another American company. It's the Cordyceps sinensis mushroom. Cordyceps, which was found to provide stamina and physical strength in I think it was mountain goats or yaks or something that were eating it, and then the Chinese Olympic team were all put on it at one point. You've heard about that one?
Maybe something, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think most of these mushrooms have a stamina effect.
Oh, really? Interesting. In general, yeah.
Yeah, some of my clients, they started buying it for example, to complement the anti-tumor treatment, and now they're just taking it for stamina.
Oh, really?
So that's got to be a placebo thing. That's the sexual stamina qualities of the mushrooms. Got to be a placebo effect, considering what mushrooms look like. It's got to be a placebo. It's like, oh well, it looks like a penis. It must give me a strong penis. Because that's the thinking. Like thousands of years ago, before they had like control groups and test studies, they're like, well, we're going to take this for my limp crotch because it looks like a penis, and
Right.
I don't know.
But if that was true, then you could just eat bananas all day.
Hey, who's to say potassium's not good for that certain... Wow, ever since we began my events, it's just been penis.
Everybody is obsessed with penis.
Yeah, well, it's that time of year where
It's spring.
We pay homage to the local festivals because we respect the culture, right? Yeah.
To whatever degree we manage.
Yeah, right. And for people who can't eat mushrooms, what's the other recommendation to get a wide variety of polysaccharides for your health?
Well, if they cannot consume the mushrooms, the raw mushrooms, they could go with the mushroom supplements. I think the mushroom supplements extract these polysaccharides, so these are pure polysaccharides.
And people who, for example, if you're allergic to mushrooms, you could still take the mushroom supplements and it wouldn't be adverse for your health?
I think it depends on the exact product, but in general, I think yes.
Oh, really? Because they're extracting parts, but not taking the allergens, something like that.
Yes. Again, it depends on the product. Sometimes some products are just mushrooms dried and grinded, so it's 100% mushroom. And other products are the pure extracts. Or more pure extracts.
Interesting.
And well, I think yes, if you have a strong allergy